After 2. Sorry if I kept you waiting, Mr. Clawford. You were quite early. Nagkukumahog na kinapa ni Melanie ang susi sa kanyang bag. Ramdam niya ang biglang pagbangon ng tensyon. She could sense his probing and piercing stare kahit hindi siya lumingon sa lalaki. Or you're quite late. 8:20. 8:20 and you say early? Gusto niyang i-argumento ritong palagi siyang on time dumating. Medyo nagka-problema lang kanina yung coffee maker nila. But well, it was pointless to argue with anyone this beautiful day. Lalo pat may mahalagang pag-uusapan sila. Please come in. Magiliw na anyaya niya rito. She tried to dispel any air of discomfort between them. Nang makapasok sila ay agad na binuksan niya ang aircon. Saka siya umupo sa likod ng kanyang mesa. Again, I'm Melanie Santillan. I'm glad you came here, Mr. Clawford. Please do have a seat. If you have anything to tell me about James, Miss Santillan, please be quick because 20 minutes of my time was already wasted just waiting for you. Napalunok siya sa tinura nito. This was the best time to exercise her training in patience and self-control, understanding and professionalism. I'm glad you came to talk about James. What is about James? As it happens, he's been involved into some, let's say, misencounters lately. And it's been disturbing, considering he used to be an obedient, behaved kid. I guess Yaya Huring has already told you about this. And I thought there might be some homegrown reasons regarding this. He wouldn't change behavior for no apparent reason, would he? Matamang nakikinig ito sa kanyang sinabi. Aside from those, he has done anything serious? Umiling siya. Ano kaya ang tinutumbok nito? It's pretty curious he still doesn't find them serious. Ano kaya ang konsepto nito ng serious? Saksakan siguro. Then, what is the problem? I saw he had reasons why he did what he did. Miss Santillan, my child is a boy, and boys can be pretty rough sometimes. I guess you know that. Amazing. At i-justify pa ang anak, ha? Mr. Clawford, James is beginning to become a bully. His behavioral change is very apparent and in the wrong direction, and I'm concerned about this. If that is so, then I think you should do something about him. After all, he's just a child. You're his teacher, aren't you? Well, I'm his teacher, yes. Sort of his second mother. But, Mr. Clawford, as his parent, you should be the one to look more closely on this. We, teachers, are only the second parents, and at best we can only monitor what they do whenever they're inside the school. Outside of it, we exert no power. And the child's home is his first school. I guess you should know that. Personally, I don't see anything peculiar about James, Miss Santillan. Whatever it is that you're saying about him, it's up to you to do something about it. I'm glad you're concerned about his welfare. And as a second mother, as you call yourself, you ought to know what to do with my son. A very typical paternal reasoning. Naisaloob niya. Well, she had long observed from personal experience. Kadalasan ay mas relax ang mga tatay pagdating sa pamamalakad sa anak at mas istrikto naman ang mga nanay. Kaya kung may dapat siyang makausap, yun ay walang iba kundi ang mami ni James. Kanina pa siya naaasiwa sa pagtitig ng lalaking to. Pakiramdam niya ay bakterya siya na sinisilip nito sa microscope. It is also best to tell your wife to watch your son more closely, so both of you will see and understand better whatever is troubling the kid, Mr. Clawford. In fact, I wish to talk to her too. Saka siyang ngumiti ng malapad dito. muling nagsalubong ang mga kilay nito at nagdilim ang ekspresyon ng mukha. His bluish-gray eyes flashed fiercely. Para tuloy siyang kinabahan na ewan niya. I don't think that would be necessary. If you have nothing more to say, please excuse me, Miss Santillan. I still have a busy day ahead. Tuloy-tuloy na itong umalis. Bakit nagkaganon to? May sinabi ba siyang masama? Thank you, Mr. Clawford. I certainly appreciate your coming over. She realized she was talking to a closed door. Naiinis na pinasibad ni Nick ang sasakyan. Yun lang pala ang problema ni James ay pinatawag pa siya ng teacher nito. He never realized that his son was having some problems in school. Tahimik lang naman ito. At gaya pa rin ng dati, ginagawa ang mga bagay na dati nang ginagawa. Besides, nariyan naman si Yaya Corinne. Lubos ang tiwala niya ritong magagabayan ito ng maayos ang kanyang anak. Para na rin kasing anak ang turing dito ng yayang tumandang dalaga. Maaasahan niya ito sa oras ng kagipitan. Naalala niya isang umaga nang maulinigan niyang nag-uusap ang magyaya habang binibihisan ni Yaya Corinne si James. Plastado siya noon at nakabalandra sa sofa mula sa magdamag na pag-inom. Is Teacher Lani mad at me, Yaya? No, James. Teacher Lani is not mad at you. In fact, she loves you very much. That's why she tells you if you did something bad. She wants to teach you to do what is right. Saglit na natahimik ang kanyang anak. She loves me like mommy does? Pagkuway inosenteng tanong nito. Walang naisagot ang yaya. Dad can come, can he? Look, he's drunk again. Yaya, what's wrong with him? Everything is wrong, son. Sa isip-isip niya. Pagkatapos nyon, maya-maya ay naramdaman niyang hinalikan siya ni James sa pisngi bilang pamamaalam. He had been spending less and less time at home. Kapag naroon naman siya ay bote ng alak ang kanyang kaharap. At napapansin na iyon ng kanyang anak. His poor son. James was experiencing undue pressure from his problems. Perhaps it was about time for him to do something about it. Hindi mawaglit sa alaala ni Melanie ang Nikolai Clawford na yon. Nakausap niya kani-kanina lang. At hindi rin niya makalimutan ang naging reaksyon nito nang banggitin niya ang tungkol sa ina ni James. What's wrong with him? He had been very gauche and impertinent during their conversation. Marahil ay dahil sa paghihintay nito sa kanya ng 20 minutos. At malamang dahil di hamak na mas nakababata siya rito, kaya naging ganoon na lang ang pakikiharap nito sa kanya. Ang dapat na lang siguro niyang isipin ngayon ay si James. Kung ganoon ang mentalidad ng anak nito, ano na lang ang mangyayari dito? Habang lalo niyang iniisip ito ay lalo siya nakukumbinsi na mayroong problema. Lalo't naroon ang lahat ng sintomas. Nag-umpisa siyang mag-alala rito. Bago mag-uwian sa hapon ay hinahayaan munang maglaro ang mga bata sa palaruan. Sa oras na yon ay nagsisidatingan na ang mga sundo at yaya ng mga bata. Sinamantala ni Melanie ang pagkakataon upang makausap ang yaya ni James. Yaya Corinne, pwede ko ba kayong makausap? Tungkol ho saan, Ma'am Lani? Well, gusto kong malaman ng ilang bagay about James' parents, particularly his mother. Napansin niya agad na parang natigilan ito. Actually, hindi naging ganoon ka-productive ang naging usapan namin ni Mr. Clawford kaninang umaga. Naisip kong mas mabuti kung ang mami na mismo ni James ang makausap ko tungkol sa bata. Sa tingin niya ay kinakalkula nito ang sasabihin. Puntong hininga ito. Ma'am Lani, sa kasalukuyan po ay wala ang mami ni James. Hindi na siya nagulat sa nalaman. Bakit? Nasaan ba siya? mas gusto sana niyang itanong ang bakit wala siya. Ano po kasi, ma'am? Tila nagdadalawang isip ito kung sasabihin sa kanya ang isang pampamilyang personal issue o hindi. Hiwalay na po kasi sila Ma'am Clarice at Sir Nick. Lalo lamang iyong nagpatindi ng kanyang pagnanais na may malaman. Kaya hinintay niyang magkwento o magdagdag ito ng impormasyon. Nasa proseso na po ang paghihiwalay nila. Pagkatapos nyon ay wala na itong ibang sinabi. Ang unang ipinagtaka niya ay kung bakit nasa daddy nito si James at hindi sa mami nito na kadalasang nangyayari sa isang custody battle. Pero hindi na siya nag-usisa pa. So, kayo na lang ho pala ang nag-aasikaso ngayon kay James at ang daddy niya. Oo nga po, ma'am. Naawa nga ako sa bata. Marami siyang mga tanong na hindi ko alam kung paano sasagutin. Ang daddy naman niya ay palagi na lang naglalasing. Ma'am, pasensya ho. Ma'am, pagpasensyahan niyo sana si Sir Nick kung ano yaya. Parang alam na niya kung ano ang sasabihin nito. Kung medyo bugnutin siya. Depressed lang kasi siya nitong mga nakaraang araw. Pero mabait naman po talaga si Sir Nick. Yun nga lang, may krisis silang mag-asawa. Kaya pala lately ganun ang ugali ni James ay dahil naapektuhan siya sa pagkawala ng kanyang mami. Marahil nga po siguro. Nakatama siya ng matinding simpansya para sa bata. She deeply realized how troubled the child must be to have no mother at home and to have a drunkard for a father. At ipinangako niyang tutulungan niya ito sa abot ng kanyang makakaya. Ipadama niya rito ang pagmamahal, pag-aaruga at suportang kailangan nito. Masiglang tumakbo si James papunta sa kanila. Teacher Lani, Dad talked to you this morning, didn't he? Nakangiting tumango siya. Dati ay isang munting pasaway ang tingin niya rito. Now, she looked at him with special concern. He told me before he left that I should behave myself or I would make a witch out of you. Huli na ang pagsaway ng yaya sa inosenteng bata dahil nakumpleto na nito ang statement nito. Oh, your dad must be kidding. Ngumiti uli siya rito. Did he really say that? He had dagal. Yeah, Dad is really funny. Too bad he's not been like that lately. Ma'am, magpapaalam na po kami ng alaga ko. Oh, say goodbye na to Teacher Lani. Masiglang nagpaalam sa kanya ang bata. Tuluyan nang umalis ang dalawa, kasabay ng ibang nagsisiuwian. Poor boy. She gave out a deep sigh. I must help him. So, how's life been going? As usual, nag-GNO na naman sina Melanie at ang kanyang dalawang kaibigan. Girls' night out, for the sole reason that they have no guy partners to speak of, na palagi ay siya namang topic nila sa kanilang GNOs. Eto pa rin, boyless, going through the humdrums of life with the sight and still dry. Si Lilet ang sumagot. Account executive ito sa isang multinational software company. Nagtawanan silang tatlo. Kapag sa double-ended ray ay talagang champion ito. Ako, naghahunting pa rin ng mga boys sa malls, bars, restos, internet at cellphone. Lahat na yata ng medium, na-try ko na. I still couldn't find the one. Manghidnap na lang kaya tayo. Hikay rin ang sumunod na nagsalitang si Sandra. Writer-editor ito ng ilang beauty at teen magazines. Well, Sandra, hunt no more because one of these days, may ipapakilala ko sa inyong workmates. Take it from me, they guaranteed Papa Balls. Lilette said, whose taste is man was impeccable. Sans, mag-try ka kaya sa school namin. Marami dong mga boys at ang cute pa. Pigil na pigil niya ang sarili na mapahalakak. Ano ko, pedophile? Day, ang type ko ay hindi bata, kundi yung gumagawa ng bata. Nagtawanan na naman sila. Nakakaagaw na sila ng pansin sa mga kalapit mesa nila sa barcom resto na iyon. Kaya hininaan nila ang tawa, hanggang maging bungisnis na lamang. Oh God, Sans, Lan, I think this is our night. Bago pa niya tuluyang masakyan ang tinura ni Lilette, napansin niya ang pananahimik ng dalawa. Nakatutok ang mga mata ng ito sa iisang direksyon. Excuse me. Napalingon na rin siya sa tinititigan ng dalawa na siyang pinagmula ng boses. Lilette and Sandra's faces register administration for the intruder. Hers registered surprise. Si Nick Crawford, ang aroganteng ama ni James. Naghayat hello ang kanyang mga kaibigan. Nakipagkamay sa bagong dating. Nagpakilala, in-entertain, pinaupo. Tila nag-usap ang tingin ng dalawang bruha. Nagpalitan ang mga ito ng ngiti at nagtaasan ng mga kilay. Hindi siya makarelate sa nadarama ng mga ito. It's quite a surprise to find you here, Miss Santillan. You mean you know each other, Lan? Halatang nadismaya ang dalawa. Pero maya-maya ay kilig na ang mga ito para sa kanya. Excuse us for a while. Nick, isn't it? Magre-retouch lang kami para mapansin din kami ng katulad mo. It was Lilette. Mabilis nang naglaho ang dalawang kaibigan niya. Obvious namang binibigyan sila ng pagkakataon ni Nick para magkasarilinan. I didn't know you come to these places. Do you come here regular? Nagpanting ang mga tenga ni Melanie sa sinabi nito. I see nothing wrong if from time to time I will enjoy myself. Gayunpaman ay nakangiting sagot niya, sabay sip-sip sa kanyang margarita. Actually, this is one of our favorites. Why do you ask? She was looking for a perfect shoot back. Well, let's say I was little surprised to find someone like you here with your friends. You're quite enjoying yourselves, aren't you? He offered her the chaser. In fact, we do. How about you? I think you hang around this place often. The last time we talked, you were drinking of their special tonic. Lihim na nagdiwang siya sa inaasahan niyang reaksyon nito sa pagpapasaring niya. Nagsalubong ang mga kilay nito. You seem to know much about the bar's hard drinks. You could easily detect one by sheer smell. Ito naman ang tila nagpaparunggit. That's because we, women, have superior senses. Oh, and before I forget, James, class has an assignment about their parents' jobs. Too bad you couldn't offer first-hand help to your son. Yaya Kuring won't be of much help, though she might have an idea about your morning whereabouts. Although I wouldn't say she also has little idea of your evening whereabouts. Now that was more like it. Nagdiriwang siya sa nakikitang pagdidilim ng mukha nito. Don't get me started, boy. I just hope you could still teach after a night like this. You bet I could. She smiled triumphantly for having the last word. It looks like you two are having some good time. How ironic. Pero nginitian niya ang dalawang kaibigan pabalik na. Pati na rin ang kaharap na parang friends lang sila. She was as cool as a cucumber and they indeed looked like intimate acquaintances. Nick, haven't you any pals with you? I mean, it's too bad just starting at a cozy fair while the two of us are left out. Ani Sandra. Kung pwede lang ay verbal na niyang balaan ang dalawang kaibigan na huwag kataluhin ng mga ito ang isang to o kung sino pa mang kasamahan nito. Pero game na game ang dalawa I have my guys with me. They're over there. Itinuro ni Nick ang tatlong kalalakihan na nasa di kalayo ang mesa. Kumaway rin ang mga iyon sa kanila. We noticed you're having so much fun, and I was quite surprised to see my son's teacher here with you. Your son? Di makapaniwalang pulalas ni Sandra. Nagkatinginan ito at si Lilet. Pagkuway tumingin sa kanya. Yeah guys, his son is my student. Sabi niya. Nakabawi si Lilet. Oh, that's mean you're married. Sorry if we flirt flagrantly with you. Pumangismis ito. Isa sa banal na kautusan nila sa pagme-male hunting. Don't take someone who's taken. Not much to worry about, girls. Our guy here is going through an annulment, so I'm sure it wouldn't really matter. You wouldn't mind, would you, Mr. Crawford? So much for civility. The few drinks and her row it were enough to make her forget that this was, in fact, the parent of one of her students. And that she was, in fact, a teacher, the supposed paragon of propriety. Who cares? After all, she was extremely satisfied as how his handsome face soared.